Hello, good morning, class 9 English. Behave chapter number 6, my childhood. Question and answers we are doing today. Okay, this chapter is already over, but question answers were remaining, so we are doing today. So, question number 1, how does the author describe his father, his mother, third himself? Answer, the author describes his father as a wise and generous person. He felt happy when he helped others. He did not have much formal education and riches. He was a man of confidence and great wisdom. He avoided inessential comforts and luxuries. About his mother was a noble and kind-hearted woman. She used to feed a large number of people. She had all the attributes of a typical Indian mother. Himself. Number 3. I was born into a middle class Tamil family. I was a short boy with rather undistinguished looks. Born to a tall and handsome parents, I studied physics and aerospace engineering and became a scientist. Question number 2. What characteristics does he say he inherited from his parents? Answer. The author inherited humility and benevolence from his parents. He learned lessons in honesty and integrity from his parents. He was self-disciplined because of his parents' exemplary life. Number 3. Okay, we are moving on to the second type of questions. Discuss these questions in class with the teacher. Write down your answers in 2 or 3 paragraphs or sentences. Question number 1. On the whole, the small society of Rameswaram was very rigid in terms of the segregation of different social groups, says the author. Okay. Number 1. Which social groups does he mention? Were these groups easily identifiable? Number 2. Were they aware only of their differences, or did they also naturally share friendships and experiences? Think of the bedtime stories in Kalam's house, of who his friends were, and of what used to take place in the pond near his house. Number 3. The author speaks both of people who were very aware of the differences among them and those who tried to bridge these differences. Can you identify such people in the text? Number 4. Narrate two incidents which show how differences can be created and also how they can be resolved. How can people change their attitudes? Answer. Number 1. The author talks about the people who belong to various castes and follow various religious preachings. Yes, these groups were easily identifiable. Their dressings, traditions, culture and rituals were different. Number 2. They did share their personal experiences and friendships. Lakshman Shastri summoned the teacher who separated the author and his friend in the class and told him that he should not spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance in the minds of innocent children. Number 3. The school teacher encouraged communal differences and Lakshman Shastri and Siva Subramania Iyer discouraged this malpractice. Number 4. The influential people can do both the things. A teacher has the ability to bridge communal differences and can play with sentiments of the innocent and ignorant people. This is what the new teacher did. But the science teacher Sivasubramania Iyer changed his wife's attitude and showed her the right path. Question number 2. Why did Abdul Kalam want to leave Rameswaram? Second part. What did his father say to this? Third one. What do you think his words mean? Why do you think he spoke those words? Answer for the first part. Abdul Kalam wanted to leave Rameswaram to study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. Number 2. His father said that he knew he had to go away to grow. He gave the example of a seagull and said that a seagull flies across the sun alone and without a nest. Answer for the third question. He spoke these words because he intended to hone his skills. He knew the harsh reality of life that children may have to live far from their parents to make their career and earn their livelihood. So he showed his wisdom and intelligence in uttering these words. Answer the question. Okay, short answer type question, 2 marks each, 30 to 40 words. Number 1. Why did APJ Abdul Kalam call his childhood a secure childhood? Or Kalam's childhood was a secure one? Both material and emotionally illustrate the fact. Answer. APJ Abdul Kalam called his childhood a secure one because he had loving and caring parents. He had all necessary things which included food, clothes, medicine, etc. Question number 2. Do you think the new teacher deserved the treatment meted out to him? Why not? Answer. Yes. He deserved the treatment meted out to him. He was spreading the poison of communal intolerance among the young minds, which was a serious crime. If a teacher indulges in such a mean act, he deserves no sympathy. Question number 3. What was the difference in the attitudes of the science teacher and his wife towards APJ Abdul Kalam? Answer. Though his science teacher was an orthodox Hindu, he broke the social barriers and mixed with other religious and communities. He invited Abdul home and served him meals and even sat and ate with him. On the contrary, his wife was conservative and refused to serve Abdul. Question number 4. How did Second World War give opportunity to Kalam to earn his first wages? Answer. Kalam's cousin was a news agent. Train halt at Rameswaram station was suspended, so the newspapers were bundled up and thrown out from a moving train. Kalam helped his cousin to catch the bundles. He was given money for it. Question number 5. How does Abdul Kalam describe his mother? Abdul Kalam describes his mother by saying that she was an ideal wife and gentle lady. He learned from his wife to be gentle and kind. She even used to feed a lot of outsiders every. Question number 6. What did Abdul Kalam's family do during the annual Sri Sita Ram Kalyanam ceremony? Answer. Abdul Kalam's family arranged for a boat with a special platform for carrying the idols of Lord Sri Sita Ram from the temple to the marriage site situated in the middle of a pond called Ramatirtha. His parents even told him stories from the Ramayana. Question number 7. What characteristics did Abdul Kalam inherited from his parents? Answer. Abdul Kalam inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father and faith in goodness and kindness from his mother. Like his parents, even he respected all religions.